Hey y'all.
Hey, y'all. Hey, welcome to the Soapbar Podcast. Really quickly before we get into our usual spiel, I noticed no, not yesterday, but the last week there was a comment that was left. And it's fine. We appreciate all comments, but I just want to state, even in the beginning, we state that these are our thoughts and our views on our stories. You see the word our? That's what we mean. So this is just our thought. You're more than welcome to not agree, but please keep it cute and please keep it respectful. And that is the only thing that we ask at the end of the day because we're going to state our opinion. And also looking back, I said my opinion. Yeah. So always remember, please be respectful as we are respectful to you. And last, again, these are just our thoughts, me and Neen's thoughts. You are so welcome to have your thoughts. And going on, welcome to the Soapbar Podcast brought to you by the TV Cave, where you get our thoughts on our stories. Okay, you see that part there? Oh, awesome. Soapwire is sponsored by Katie Waltman Jewelry. It offers elegant, handcrafted pieces from stockable rings and gold-filled bracelets to personalized, charmed necklaces featured in Elle, InStyle, Oprah.com, and worn by celebrities such as Molly freaking Sims. Okay, so go over to Katie Waltman. You know Christmas is coming up and every other holiday in the world. All right, and use that promo code SOAPWIRE. That's SOAPWIRE. Together, not apart. Hi, everyone. I am Ashley Sheree, and this is.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Deneen.
Now, y'all already know the breaking news has broken. And the thing is, we are also the FBI in the soap world. Did you really think
Y'all
that
saw
you.
that man outside in Atlanta and said he there for Beyond the Gates. He can't be visiting. He
Nothing.
on the
Stopping by, he went to see Michelle, maybe John, you know what I'm
man,
saying? Like all the
he about to be
directors.
on. He about to be on. Like,
Because the thing too is the soap world is small. So not only has he worked with Michelle Valjean, not only has he worked with John Lindstrom, probably at a time when he was on General Hospital. Jamie Giddens, who I freaking love, an amazing writer. He's also on BTG now too. He could have just been like, let me go see some of my people I used to work with back in
right,
the
let me go
day.
see the set. I ain't seen the set. Like maybe he's doing one of those Hollywood tours, but in Atlanta. No.
Mm-mm.
So fans was he there for Beyond the Gates, y'all. He gonna be on Beyond the Gates. I don't even think it was 24 hours after the
Nick.
spotting dropped. Was it okay? He the jig is up.
Yep.
Like
Yeah, let's just tell these people we can't do nothing. Like can't post
it's
nothing.
so funny to me.
Loved it. Loved it. I'm excited to have him back. It's such a loss for Days because sometimes he would like pop in here and there, but I feel like now I don't think so. Maybe once in a blue moon, but it's like, yo, he is going to BTG, and I'm just like, oh my God, who he could be paired with is like limitless, and that makes me so excited.
Because I, in my head, really want to see him with Nicole.
Me
That
too.
I think
Thank
that that'll be a
you.
beautiful pairing. I think Danny got a lot going on right now. Do we really want to add somebody new to the picture? And
Exactly.
like that age demographic. Yeah, it's so funny because we brought up Greg Vaughn initially when JJ came back to play Lucky, right?
Yeah.
And we were like, we never really saw Elizabeth and JJ in adulthood besides I think it was like 2010, 2011 he
Yeah, but
came
it was
back.
short. He was another
Yeah.
quick stint.
And then 2015, like when everything came out that she was cheating with Nicholas,
Mm-hmm.
like that's when they were going to get married again and they didn't get married. It was a lot of emotional scenes there, which was
Oh yeah.
great. But we
Which
were
they
like,
love to put Jonathan.
because he's a very like emotional actor, like he can
Mm-hmm.
hit those scenes. I just binged Nashville too, and he took it over there, and I was like, I see it.
Yep.
But we were like Greg Vaughn, Salt and Pepper, like we want to see that. We want to see him on the canvas more, and
Look at that.
powers that be. Like, let's see. I am
Sometimes they do
curious.
listen.
I am curious as far as like when scenes are going to drop
Yeah.
because we've already had the announcement break of the character coming in to play Isaiah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you had
I was
it.
like, girl, did I say it right?
The second time you said it right.
Like Jesus,
Yeah.
Jacob's brother.
Yep.
So we're still waiting on those things too. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
wondering when. are we going to actually see?
And they're taping in advance too. So it leads you to believe, has he been around for a while already and has some films and taped some scenes, and then then it was just like, oh, we can finally record because it's coming up. Like we just really don't know because they're
Right.
another, soap that tapes far in advance. It's Days is almost a year, and I believe BTG is about like 5 to 6 months now.
Yeah, especially because they're one of the ones that's been taking like the breaks and the weeks off to like catch
Hmm.
up more. So we know that they're a little further in advance.
Yeah, definitely. But going back to Grapevine and what you said about Nicole, and we don't well, Grapevine, we don't even know what character he's gonna be playing. What I like him to have some like real substantial ties to someone on the canvas, of course. So like even
Yeah.
if it's like a Vanessa's, brother or Joey's, I don't know, Joey's younger brother too, who's coming in and he's like a different breed of him or something. I don't know. But I just don't want him to be some rando character that just comes. I'd rather he have a connection with
Agreed.
someone. Yeah, so I definitely hope that. Second, like you said, I'm like myself, I'm hoping for Nicole. At the end of the day, we can also tell what characters are the writer's favorites. And for me, when I look at it, it is Danny, and it is Bill, and it's Leslie and Eva. Like those are the four because they actually like to me personally, I feel like they actually really write for them because even Danny and Bill scenes last week, which we'll get to soon, like those were some good scenes. Like I may not like Bill with Danny, but I'm also a person I can see it and I see where they're going, and also just the words that they had coming out of their mouths were so good. So I'm hoping that this will allow Nicole to have a point of view because I do feel like they rarely give Nicole a point of view. They make her super judgy. I still stand behind her. I don't care. They make her judgy, and also kind of make her, in a sense, like a flip-flopper too. Like she doesn't stand behind what she says unless it's pertaining to Ted a little bit. But I'll talk more about that too, but I just need my girl to have a win. And I always say this too. I need the Duprees personally to have a win. If they're this high status elitist family, I Leslie, Dana, Honolulu, Sherry shouldn't be winning all the time, and neither should Eva, and neither should
Fair.
Nicole be just forgiving everything. So that's just me. But let's go on to our favorite. So BTG Beyond Gates, and so straight out the gate last week we had Kat coming in and very like wanting to make amends, like hey girl, hey. I messed up, or we messed up, even though it was basically more so you coming into my family, trying to infiltrate it and destroy it because you love your mama so much and you didn't want to tell her that she was wrong. But anyway, so here, take this beautiful bag of my brand and let's try and work it out. And maybe one day we can actually be sisters just for No Mas to come out. Yeah. So that
So,
was that. What did you think
okay,
about
so
the
I've been going back and forth in my group chats about that anyway, because it's like, one, do we feel that Tamaz led Eva on?
I have opinions, but I don't know if you're done yet. So
Okay, because this is my opinion on it. Do I feel like he over exaggerated the hype of how he felt about her?
mhm.
Yes. But do I feel like he initiated flirting with her? Do I feel like he was wholeheartedly a willing participant? Do I feel like she was a willing participant as far as the flirting as well?
Yeah.
Yes. But I also feel like he led her on right before
Yeah.
because he was like, I really want you. We have this connection. I've been reading the book. Like, okay, book bags are real. Don't come at me talking about a character that I've connected on and you're going to use that. Like, that's manipulative,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
as a reader
Yeah.
don't do that, So he was just like really big on like, we're the one that got the connection. I want to be with you. Da 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 da. They did the do. Cat comes in and it's a different tone.
Yeah. I mean, because when you think about it too, at the end of the day, if we remember, No Mas had or was already accosted by not only her Kat's brother, father, but also Bill. his boss, the head guy in charge. So like when I think about Bill too, like Bill is just another Joey, but just not as what's the word? Evil. But
Yeah,
he has his moments. I can agree too. I do feel like he did lead Eva on to a certain extent, but she also wanted to be led on. Cause
she did.
I
I feel like she set that up as well. Like you heard what you wanted to hear.
mhm. And also, like her vitriol and hate for Kat is bigger than anything. And the same thing goes for Kat. You know, Kat hates Eva and vitriol for her. It's the same thing, and it is mutual. So I do feel like, and we stated it too. There's been a little bit of a shift with Eva, whereas the last time they were gonna do, she stopped it. This time she's really like leaning into being another Leslie, Dana, Honolulu, Sherry of it all. So of course she's gonna take the chance. And oh, he keeps also telling her this is what's going on, which he has no business doing. Why are you speaking to my ops about our relationship? I don't give a goddamn if that's my sister. Don't do that. So she knows the ins and outs of their relationship because of Nomaz. She looking like this is my end. And also it at the end of the day for me looking at it, no matter what, it does fall more on him. How
Yeah.
does he know? Like, how did Kat know that it was over? Like, you didn't even speak to her. She's mad at you. Yeah, I don't want to talk to you right
And
now.
that was the thing too. Like you were upset because then she's not returning my calls. Not returning your calls does not mean that the relationship is over. It does not mean that you all came to that agreement. It just means that you're going through something. It just means that you're having an
Yeah.
argument. So this is showing me the first time that you all have an argument like this, you're gonna go sleep with somebody else and then say, "Oh, I didn't know we were together."
I didn't know. Oops, my bad. Like, no, you wait until things cool down. Y'all had a heated argument. That's not something that people get over quickly. Sometimes people need a day, a couple of days just to simmer down. Like, goddamn, like, can't she simmer down? Um, I did enjoy the sparring and the back and forthness, but I did feel like Eva got more of the zingers. And that's what I'd be like, damn, like if I saw somebody and who's my sister that I just met and she's sleeping with my man and I always knew that this is what you wanted, do you think that I'm gonna let you get all the zingers in? Either I'm whooping your ass or my words is gonna cut deep. And it at first my girl was doing good. Cat was bah, 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 bah. And then all of a sudden then Eva came up with the uppercut and knocked her ass the fuck out. And I was just like, girl, no. But
Like,
at the
damn,
end
damn, damn, Gina.
yes. But then at the end of the day, Eva still got what she deserved because no Mas is in there like, girl, I don't want to be with you. Like, I'm good at it. To me, it also looked like, oh damn, I didn't know she was gonna be hurt like that. I didn't know she cared. Ooh, let me hurry up and go back. like, like what? But I think Eva did deserve that. I do think the dramatics of sliding down the floor, I mean sliding down the wall. For what, girl?
It was literally like the "I'm my mama's daughter"
Oh.
type of moment. Like when she had that realization and she was just like,
But
"Eeh."
you allowed yourself to be your mother's daughter. After that talk that she had with Leslie Dana Honolulu Sherry, you decided to make that shift, Eva. That was on you. Like, and then because you always got Nicole to like caping for her, thinking about the person that she thought she was. That is not Eva. You know, at one point to me, it felt like Eva was in a rock and a hard place and she was being, pulled two different ways between good and evil. And I feel like she made the
Yeah.
decision to go to evil and people just don't know. And so, yeah, but I did enjoy it, but then I hated it when the next thing I know is Kat goes to see Chelsea and, it's like, I gotta get him. Like, what? I gotta get him back. Like, I just felt like maybe I'm too much of a. I don't want to say I'm all the way healed because sometimes in past relationships that's he still ain't all the way healed. But like it was just like have some self-respect. Like and that was just because I don't want Eva to have him. That's what it felt like last week. I don't want her to have him, so I'm gonna stay. And I love him. Or do you love him just because you get the one up on Eva? And that's like okay, like I don't necessarily see the love there that you would want to see. And maybe it's, and I'm not trying to be mean, y'all, and maybe it's just because the actor who plays Nomas is stiff. Like, I don't
Mhm.
really see the emotions. Like, if you're gonna have a triangle of this magnitude, like, it can't just be the two women carrying the man on their back. And that's what it is to me. And I can't, yeah.
I agree. I definitely agree with that. Like as far as he's not spicy, I feel like for the characters that he has his pairing with.
Yeah.
Like I would even see it to Miles and Ashley.
Then they're gonna put us to sleep. Come on now.
I don't know. They may be able to like balance each other.
Maybe that's like what it needs or something. But some of them, like I stand by. I do think BTG Beyond the Gates is one of the best soap operas right now, and I don't care what nobody says. Like I do. But just like any other soap opera, they still have things to work out. And some of these characters just are not hitting, unfortunately. So I don't know. But I do believe the majority of the Duprees, they do hit. But yeah, there are definitely some kinks that definitely need to be worked out. And we didn't even talk about too, like Allison calling up Chelsea when they had their whole
Oh my
thing.
God, when they were live.
Yes. Girl,
That
I
was so
will.
triggering. They were like, I thought she was in jail. Well, she is not
Oh, she
at
is.
all.
She's not in person, but she's still at the precinct.
Uh-uh.
With her braid backs and the cornrows. I said, and see that is things about BTG that I love because that is so freaking real. She does not have her hair in a nice little buns with the two sides hanging down. No, she got straight backs. She's in jail. Like I thought that was, and it's things like that that makes it really like real and like they pay attention.
Yeah.
Then we get things like no mas, like but you can't win them all, I guess. Like
You
maybe.
know, I want to see what type of acting was he doing prior to.
You look at IMDb and figure it out. Cause yeah, I've never seen it before either, so might have to like look that up. See, like what work you've done, bruh. Um. But also, I do have to say too, going to like Smitty and Martin,
Mm.
how has Martin's character shifted to being more likable?
You know, and I thought about that recently because when he first came on the canvas, we were like, he's too arrogant, he's too
Mm-hmm.
bossy. Like, you know, you're playing a character very well when you're just like, ugh, you're just like you transformed, and he did it
Yes.
again
Yep.
because now it's kind of like his self worth is changing.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I know I made these mistakes, but even when we making these mistakes, I deserve better. I want my family. I want you. If that's not something that you want, then you need to let me know because then I'm going to go ahead and move around.
Yes.
And
Yes.
still okay with doing it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. So like, and even like him telling, Smitty, like, you know what? I just felt like he was putting his foot down too. Like, I love you. I know you're having a hard time with like what we're going through right now, but this issue kicking just ain't working for me. When you ready, then we'll get it together. But at this point in time, like absolutely not. Like, no. So I don't know. I felt him in that moment and I was like, damn, he really is becoming likable. And I also think too, like him being that parent that Samantha could talk to, about actually wanting to meet June and things. I think that's what's kind of also making a shift.
Yeah.
And I do think they changed their writing for him a little bit. So see, this is when I think they do hear us. And if you on Twitter, you know the Michelle Malgene. If you say too much, she gonna clap back. But
He does.
so that is clear that they're hearing what we gotta say. We ain't gonna talk about this week, y'all, but we already know it's been a it show this week, and we'll talk about that next week. But it's just been absolutely insane. But yeah, going back to, I just really do appreciate, how there's been a shift in Martin, and I like him standing on business and just really being a man about it in this entire situation. So hopefully he'll still do what he has to do. And then we got the whole Dougie's death and Vanessa, Donnell, Joey. Donnell's like, what happened to my daddy? Like,
And you know what? I had saw this picture. I don't know if it was on Twitter, either was Twitter or it was Instagram, as far as the casting goes for Donnell. And he shows a lot of similar facial characteristics and features from a younger actor, well, the actor that plays Doug.
oh, yeah.
And
Okay,
I
I
was
can see
like,
that.
OMG, this was so like so nice. It was so nice. I also want to see Deanna. Like
Yes.
this is one of the examples of Vanessa saying that she told the kids, "Don't take time off, don't come to the funeral." Okay, they're not kids.
Yeah.
They're 18, 19 at this point.
Yeah.
They're fresh in college, and let them come to their dad's memorial. Like
Yeah.
I want to see Deanna on the canvas as well. Like
Yes. I want to know about her too. And also, shout out to them. I will always say this. BTG is the only one who knows that Black people use soror. Darnell said that Deanna is staying with her soror. And I don't know. I always get a kick out of that because y'all know Zeta Pi Beta Sorority Incorporated. So I always love that. And also, it just stays true to being Black because that's just how we do. Soror, period. While you're in school and when we do graduate, that's what it is. So, but I agree. Like, I do want to see Deanna, even if it was just like, no, like they could have said, you know what, she's just really depressed right now. She's home. She just doesn't want to be bothered. I feel like that's a more reasonable excuse than just not coming home. Because it'll be like, because some people too, when their parent does die, it is the grief is overwhelming, especially too if it's unexpected. Then I'm gonna be real, it doesn't even matter if it's expected. That itch just still really hurts, and if it looks as though Dougie had a real prominent fixture in his children's life, he didn't play about his kids. So.
yeah.
I think they should have like made it a little bit different where he is well where Deanna is like there but like you just don't see her. Like they do the kids in the attic. I don't know. They always put them kids in the attic. So like, they'll come down every couple of days. You know what I'm saying? Every couple of years. So yeah, but and just seeing how diabolical Joey is, John Lindstrom is having a great time playing this man.
My God, today, because like when Donnell first went to the casino and he had the conversation with Randy, and Randy was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Man, I remember you." Da da da. And Donnell was like, "Yeah, were you still friends with my dad? Like, what happened?" He was like, "Well, he went the country club route. I was more
Yeah.
street side with it." And Joey come in and he's like, this is Donnell. The thing with the watch was diabolical.
Yes. It was a complete
Anything to take the
setup.
heat off of you. Because Donnell is smart. He said,
Mm-hmm.
"Yeah, we throwing this whole establishment. Like, y'all let my daddy leave
Need
up
my
out of here
money.
drunk. Y'all let my daddy leave up out of here drunk. He had who was serving him? Who
Yep.
because you ain't supposed to do that." And
Yep.
I like how he's making noise. I feel like nobody made noise on Doug's behalf at the end. And
Ooh.
even with Vanessa finding out, like he went to Nicole to try to get help.
Mm-hmm.
She like, I didn't know that. Yeah, because you shitted on him.
Yeah.
And I understand, relationships go through different things,
Well,
but you
you know
shouldn't
about that.
have time. The stories I hear, okay? Like you shitted on him during his time of need, and then you're looking back on it. Like I don't know if the flashback of the conversation that she had with him at the end, he was like, I called the one person that I knew would make me feel worse. The one person who
Oof.
I thought was gonna be on my side. That's gonna eat at her.
Yep. 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 And to know that those are the last words that he spoke. So that the last word he spoke. This is so broad. So
He was battling demons, man. Like he was legit battling demons.
yes, yes. And the biggest one is Joey.
Yep.
And he just
He went to Bill for help.
and Bill betrayed him. Like
But
but
Bill did go to Joey and was like, I find it odd.
mm-hmm.
And he told me he was coming to take you down. I'll let you know. And now
Next
he's
thing,
dead.
yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Bill ain't stupid. Do I think Bill believes Johnny. Joey, absolutely not. Like I think he's just gonna take it at face value. but I
Yes.
don't think he, believes him in total. It is kind of sad when you think about it because Dougie kind of really like died alone. Like, what's the other? Randy Sammy was like, no, I can't help you with that. I'm not doing it. He goes to Bill. Bill goes and tells Joey. Like Vanessa, his wife, is up there in Puerto Rico with the boo boo stink Joey. So like the kids is away at school. Like nobody was really with him. He severed his ties at the hospital. He wasn't even talking to Ted like that. Like who essentially did Doug really have? And granted, like, he was wilding too at some point, but still. So at the end of the day, we all knew that he had some form of an issue with gambling, and this is just where the cookie crumbled. So I do hope that they kind of keep it up to, having Donnell be suspicious. Like I would love that. Just keep up with the suspicion. Right now he's still grieving and he's angry, but once some of the smoke clears a little bit and he could see some more, I just hope that, we'll see where this goes with him. But you gotta be careful with freaking Joey ass. Like he's diabolical. Um, Also talking to just about the Duprees. So of course you had Anita go and talk to Danny just about marrying Andre. I kind of like that too. They was getting at each other. Like and low key, Danny's like, you just coming in my house, I'll take your key for but
And that's my thing.
like,
Like, are y'all talking to Danny or y'all talking to Danielle? Because I feel like
mm,
you're stunning her.
yeah.
You're treating her like she a little girl that's not responsible for making her own decisions.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, you didn't even know everything that was going on. They tried to make it seem like she did, but no, you didn't. We didn't know that you knew about her drunken stupor. The only person that we knew who knew that
Was
was
looking for
Nicole because
Andre
Andre
told
told
her.
her.
Andre was looking out for her. Andre
Yep.
was concerned.
Hmm.
Who the person
Andre
who
was
was
the one
picking her
picking her
off the
up off the
floor?
floor.
My girl, because they not gonna play in our face. Like
Not us
I'm
saying it at
y'all,
the same time. That's
because y'all
insane.
not gonna take this black man and make it seem like he lesser than because of his age or trying to say that he a
Yes.
rolling stone. Then y'all say, "Oh, he out for the money." No, Andre got his own
Yeah,
inheritance,
his own money. His parents have money and they left it all to him.
all to him.
Please. He has been the only one who has supported Danny to a T. Besides her daughters. Besides her daughters, I will give her daughters that. But like her daughters also have lives. You got Naomi is married. She too busy being in June's business. And then you got Chelsea being, a unicorn and then finding her woman and then getting kidnapped. Like them, them girls got their own things going on. But it's literally been Andre there with her step by step, watching out for her. And I'll say this again, their relationship is so refreshing to me because it's so damn honest. Like, I be looking at that, I be like, damn, they tell each other everything. Just like, yeah, I still got feelings for Bill. Yeah, I still got feelings for unseasoned Ashley, like you talk about. Like, yeah, I still like her. So, like, where we going from here? We still gonna have fun, right? Yeah, let's just stay married and make people jealous. Okay, like that. Like, they know what they're doing. Like, Andre is a grown man. To me they try to treat him like he's 18 or something like that, and he doesn't necessarily know what he's doing. Like, please stop. He knew more things about what was going on with Danny than her own family knew. Like, and I do like how like when either when Andre was talking to Naomi and also when Danny was talking to Anita, low key they wind up sunning them because you
Oh,
don't
for
need to know
real.
the ins and outs of our relationship, and they had to be quiet. Everybody on mute. Like that's just what it was. But I did love
I
I,
just got triggered. I thought we was at the concert. You see, I got quiet. I said, I missed
I
Renaissance. Sorry. Beyonce moment.
Beyonce moment. But yeah, like, and I don't know, like people can say, and I just hate how people be like, oh, he's, just they don't view him as a man. I'm like, why not? Because he's short. He's still a man. Like, and he's a good man at that. So, what are we doing here?
Good
He's
man, Savannah.
for real. He ain't
After
lying
he
to
ain't
Danny.
going through no bad situation. Because my thing about that too is like, so I think they question the motives. Like, I
Mhm.
don't think they're taking the time to also realize that Danny and Andre have developed both a romantic and a dependent friendship over the
Mm-hmm.
last couple of months. Like y'all ain't see that. Y'all ain't see how they was holding each other down when everything was going on with Danny, when everything was
Yep.
going on with Bill, when everything was going on with Ashley.
Yep.
She showed up for him too.
Yeah. No idea. Like no idea.
Business.
And that's true. It's also not your business. They are grown as hell. Like they could really, really do what they want to do. And then that also leads us into the whole like Bill love it on the Helly. I mean, I have to say, people may not like Helly, but she was clocking his shit. Like she definitely was clocking him and letting him know, like, I see what you're doing. You want me as your wife, but you still want Danny's attention and you still want your wife low key, and now I'm getting annoyed, type of thing. So I definitely got that. And she was right. Just for Danny to pop up, at the law offices, kind of the advice of her mother to dead things with Bill completely. And Bill, it was Bill's ass who leaned in for a kiss. Bill, not Danny.
Bark it. Bark it.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, okay, so I don't know. I just feel like Bill is just mad that Danny has decided to move on to this younger lad herself. You ain't the only one who could get someone young, bruh. I can too. Takes care of her. She was twisting the knife too about, how good he is, how good he takes care of her, not only in the bedroom, but outside of the bedroom. Like, yes, twist that knife, sis. And also letting him know too, no, you can never forget the kiss. Stop playing with me. That's the type of Danny I need, and that's the type of energy I need Cat to be on. But anyway, so like I love that her just standing in her ish, like you want this, but I'm gonna go back to my young husband over there. You have fun, bro. Like,
You have fun.
loved it. I love that. Your thoughts, any?
I feel like I can see them going for the long haul if
Hmm.
people give them the space and opportunity to do so. But
Yeah.
I feel like it's another classic example of yes, the Duprees show up for each other, but the Duprees are also overbearing
Yes.
on everybody's business.
Hmm.
And the way you feel about how they perceive you, as well as like the image of them, carried on not only to Danny, but her daughter this week too.
Yeah. Oh, yes. That part.
That's way.
As well. I definitely could see that too. The Duprees, I'll say this too about the Duprees. If they are the elitist, big money, wealthy family, reigning family, I just need to see more ruthlessness from
Mm,
them. Like, it's nobody is ruthless, but I feel like maybe Danny.
okay.
Yeah, nobody else is ruthless. And Danny brought a whole gun to a wedding. So I feel like she has her moments. Yes, she's impulsive and she just does things, but Danny also stands on business. And I don't necessarily feel like the other ones like do that, So we gotta figure that out because the Duprees could be so much better than what they're giving them. And I always say this is just like my thoughts, my views. I just feel like when they're old money and old wealth, you run the show.
Hmm.
Not no even in Leslie and not anybody else. That's just me. That's just me. And then the last part, which was crazy and came out of nowhere, but I like it. Naomi is pregnant. My first thought is like, ooh, I was very intrigued by this. I thought it was super relatable. I thought it was current. You been doing everything right. You slipped up because it was a very stressful time and situation with your sister being kidnapped, and now you're pregnant. You guys have both decided that you didn't want children, but now you're here. What are we going to do about it? Naomi wants it, Jacob doesn't. So at the end of the day, like I did see some people talking about Naomi and her attitude towards Jacob, but just as Jacob is entitled to have his feelings, so is Naomi. They had came into an agreement about not even one and a half children. But now they're here. So like, why can't Naomi talk about her piece and how she's feeling about this, just like Jacob can? Because this wasn't in their plan. I mean, they always say, "Tell God your plans and He'll laugh," but still, this is not what they agreed upon. So. And I also really did like too, just like the women aspect of like being a working woman, like how people are looked at when you're a working woman and you have children and da 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 and this things and that, and it's so much more. And she was thinking so much more easier for a man to do it, but then people judge your mom for doing that, and she, I just thought it was great. I thought that was real, and I want them to keep it up. I don't want it to just be easy selling where they just decide like, oh no, I'm gonna keep this kid. I kind of want to see more from it.
I agree. I agree. I
Did
agree.
did you hear? Did you see the discourse about it though?
No.
Oh, you did it? Yeah, it was a little bit on Twitter. I don't have Facebook. I think, Facebook is not my skilo in the slightest. I don't need FB. No. Um, but I did see a little bit on Twitter and I was just like, please. But anyways, anything else on BTG? All right, let's mosey on along. So we are going to Bold and the Beautiful. So it's still the continuation of the Electra will Luna was confronted by Electra and she got punched in the face. Because Luna just continues to gloat. Um, I mean, okay. That was just like all right, and that's the way we're gonna go about it. And Katie was speaking to Electra, but Electra said that she still needs some space. So I don't know. I don't know. It feels like the same thing. We've been talking about this. It's the same thing for a couple of weeks now. And I just feel like all of you guys like essentially like know how we feel. I just think it's an irresponsible storyline. I don't really know what else to say, and I understand Electra being hurt about the situation, which of
Yeah.
course she should be, but what was essayed? Like, and I just keep thinking that, and I'm just like,
I
no,
was
nobody wants to say it.
I was kind of confused this week too because Bill, I don't know if Bill was acting oblivious or if he's still having a hard time wrapping his head around what happened. But it sounded like he was still questioning. He's like, "You did this to my son?" Yeah, we talked about that all last week.
All last week.
Like, like I don't understand.
Why are we still on this
Cause I
kid?
had to check the date. I was like, am I watching the older episode? Like, I didn't know. But
Damn.
no, it was last week. And he was saying, "You did this? You were at the party?" Yeah, we talked about how she was at the party.
Yeah.
You had the conversation. You had the conversation with Kate. You had the conversation with Will. You had the conversation with Luna.
Yep. Like what are we still
Like,
doing?
is this still him trying to give her the benefit of doubt? Because we already had said he was Team Will. Like
Yeah.
he's gonna ride for his sons.
Yeah.
But is this still like I can't believe this happened? You bailed her out of jail.
No.
Something happened.
Yeah. So at this point, Bill and Lee need to just be together too because y'all had the same mindset. You allowed this girl to just run around rampant doing crazy ish. Like it's y'all fault. I don't, and I get what you're saying too. I can see that as well. Maybe he is having a hard time wrapping his head around it, or maybe like the writers over there are just having a hard time, writing different lines. Like it's literally the same thing. Um, but and like I said too, I understand her needing space. I think she should. I just really wish it was recognized. You know what I'm saying? Like he was essayed. This is what happened. He was taken advantage of. Can we say it? They didn't even want to say it too when we were talking about Finn and the grooming and the aunt. These two situations are very, very weird. Like they're just super odd, super weird. Like I don't even know what else to really like say about it. It really like is what it is. Do you have any thoughts on that either?
That was it. Like, just be honest about it. I don't understand why you're acting like it's not happening when it did happen.
Yes, it's
That's
it
still, I don't know. Like, it's not even because one of my biggest things was like Luna wasn't being held accountable for her actions, but now you still giving her a pass that her actions are not her. I don't know. Like, it's
It's
weird.
yeah, it's just weird. It's just like weird all around. Can't say it. Anyways, so then Deacon decides to go to see Taylor for a session. You already know where I see this is going. Do you see it? Because I see it.
Taylor and Deacon finna get together.
Yes.
Like, I won't even say they Kim testing because I feel like they were together before.
No, they weren't. The thing is, when Krista was in a role, Krista Allen, who I like love, by the way, she was on Days of Our Lives too. Um, she low key she had chemistry with Deacon.
Okay.
Yeah, but they never
Really
and I
did mess with it.
yeah, and I could see and he does kind of have chemistry with Rebecca, but it's who plays you know her name, is that right? But who plays Taylor now. So, I mean, anything to get her out of Ridge's orbit, I feel like, but I mean, like, I don't know, it's Deacon, so I'm like, oof, but okay, girl. All right, go get yours, honey. And then also like it was confirmed as we know that little I'm always probably gonna be like little Eric, but little Deacon Deke is now there. There were people who were just like, well, we're the foresters. And I do agree with that. They do need to have more foresters there. Everybody else is getting a pull. Somebody said this needs to be the Logan show. And I was like, ooh, okay. Um, but I do, it's still crazy to me that this is their first gay couple ever on Bold and the Beautiful after 38 years. That's kind of insane to me, but hey, sometimes it takes time to act for people to actually make a movement and representation, but still, that's insane. It shouldn't have took that long. But I kind of do like them. I think they're cute. I think Deacon and Remy are cute, so it is what it is type of thing. And then lastly, the whole like, Carter, Hope, Liam situation. So she was talking to Brooke about her feelings. We knew this was gonna happen, that Lope was gonna get back together. As Carter is like begging for hope for the future to be back and restarted and all that other stuff. And then you have Beth talking to Liam, just like, what my parents think of Carter's fine. Like, all right, fine. So of course, Carter and Hope eventually, they do break up. He goes to see Daphne, and then Hope goes to Liam. So, which is what we all knew was gonna happen. So yeah. Anyways, when is Steffi coming back? So I could see Sid.
I've been thinking about her.
She's a
I have been thinking about her, but I feel like they've been trying to keep busy without her.
Yep. I agree. I agree. I agree completely. I'm like, it's time to bring I hope Jackie had an amazing birth and recovery. But I'm like, girl, we miss you, honey. You need to come back, sis. So hopefully she'll be back soon. I know that they did have a picture of like Finn, Steffi, and the two kids or whatever. They always color coordinate them. So I love that. But we'll see that they'll be back soon, hopefully and get this moving because she's gonna lose her ish when she finds out about the yeah, that whole Luna situation.
Agreed.
Um, and now moving on to Days of Our Lives. I don't want to call this, but Rachel was being a little biatch, like to Thomas. That was fucked up, y'all. She didn't have to do him like that. That is her cousin. She was acting like that was some person in the school that she don't like who is harassing her or being cruel. I was like, now would you know like that? Come on,
You
girl.
sound surprised.
Huh?
You sound surprised.
No, I'm not surprised, but I was just like,
But
damn, like,
that's how that character has been portraying.
yeah, yeah, true. And then it's just like, cause I think when it was the first little girl playing her, it felt different. She was a lot more like, I said what I said, and this is what I'm doing, and da 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 da. This I've said this too with this actress. I don't know. It's just like whatever. And also, I do understand that she's going through her own trauma right now. Her mom was locked up. She, pumed her own
Like pack out,
uncle.
shoot 'em up.
Yeah,
Like,
like she has her own thing, but I feel like Thomas has always been such a good cousin to her, and she keeps. This is like the second or third time I've seen her be so mean to him. I'm like, stop it. It's like, leave Thomas alone. He got his own ish going on too. But basically, just telling him that, your father lied to you. He's with Cat. Nah, he's a liar. Like, I was like, damn. I was like, jeez. In freaking Thomas's house in the Horton home. Like, come
yeah,
on now.
yeah.
Oh man, so yeah, and then a blackout was still going on. So Kat and Chad they did sleep together. Belle and EJ were stuck in that room together. Gwen was, stuck in a room and Leo had to help her out. So they were going through that. But and also Sarah and Xander slept together.
We kind of knew that was coming after the conversation last week about couples therapy.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
like them.
You a lot of people do.
I like them together since she woke up. You know, like
Nene was not a fan. Okay.
just them and they little blonde haired baby. They just so cute. Like
I
I
would have at least if the baby hair was red, I would have been like, okay, because Maggie.
Maggie, I I feel that they're gonna get back together and then it's gonna all be blown up.
Oh yeah, because that still has to come out. He beat his brother to a pulp. He almost killed that man. And now the brother is lying too, saying, "Oh my goodness, no, he would never." Yes, he would. So that's
Yes, she
definitely coming up.
is.
I also really liked the PTSD storyline that's going on with like JJ and Theo, and just like how he was frozen when JJ stopped him. He didn't know it was JJ, of course, but I liked that too. So I wonder if Jamie Giddens has anything to do with that. Because it's realistic. I remember speaking about this earlier too. It reminded me of a time when soap operas used to do current events. So whether
Mhm.
it was interracial relationships, whether it dealt with SAID, whether it just dealt with, the LBG TI plus community, like everything and current issues of what was happening,
It was there.
it was there. And I just feel like we don't really see that as much. So to see them show that and show somebody in PTSD, they get stuck, they don't know what to do, they're still like trying to process what they've gone through. I think is I like it. So I'm like here for it, and I can't wait to see like, where this storyline progresses to, how Theo is going to deal with this, and also
Yeah.
what how John JJ, why I keep wanting to say Johnny today, how JJ is gonna be.
I mean, Johnny's on the brain too. There's a lot going on over there.
Yeah, that part. Hey, so what did you have any feelings about that storyline?
Um, I think for me, because I wasn't present when the whole like freezing
Cuban happened.
was
Oh.
there,
Hmm.
it doesn't hit as hard for me.
Oh no. Okay. Understood. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Well, going into Johnny for real.
Now, wait, one thing. Can I just say this pink jogging suit that's been on Chanel this week? Girl, you look good. You look the fuck good. Okay, Raven. Hey, the body is body. I'm like, this little pink jogging suit is cute. I really liked it. I really liked it.
I know that's right, Raven. So, because it get her, they always have her in her dresses.
Yes. So she got like a
Okay,
little skin showing. I was like,
girl.
it's your lounge outfit. Okay.
I can't. But yeah, even with them trying to get the baby to Soro and the social worker coming, and then like Sophia is Sophia's doing a lot. Obviously the fire broke out in the dorms. Holly was saved and all of that other stuff like that. But Sophia was able to get her phone, take a picture of it, send it to Johnny. Sophia has, emailed the social services. Basically the social services came, and of course the picture came just at that time. So
You know, it's so weird to me. Brady even knows he like the story doesn't add up. Like she say she forgot, then she remembered baby in Chicago, what's going on. Like,
yep.
and
She's
then
all
even
over the
going to
place.
Kayla, and then Kayla was sitting there like, well, like it was a traumatizing time. It's a lot going on.
Trying to throw him off the scent. She trying to throw him off the scent, but she doesn't even really know that she's really doing that. And it's like, no, he's actually right. Brady is tapping into John Black, and he's right. So yeah, Sophia is definitely like doing a lot. I yeah, I just can't, so and then taking the DNA test, I do feel some type of way, and it was revealed that Tate isn't the father. So who is? And I mean, like, of course they're gonna. I mean, we kind of figured that this might happen. We always said that this was a possibility, but low key now, to be honest, I kind of lost interest now since it's not Tate's baby. Like, because who else could it be? There's no other young person their age on there besides Aaron. So my only thing is like, okay, it's Aaron. That's not fun for me.
And I feel that because you were so excited for the storyline to continue to develop. Like you've been
Yes.
like wanting this. Like when we first said like I think it's gonna be a baby switch. And he was like, how? It's not another baby for the switch. They gonna do a baby switch.
Yes.
With an imaginary baby, they did. But now you got a baby daddy switch too. Like
Yeah, like one that we weren't even privy to, it wasn't even like spoke about. So I already know that this was just like once the new regime came in, they said we don't like this and let's say, and that this is just my assumption, yeah, but that's what it feels like to me that they're just like, ah, we don't like this, so we're gonna like switch it. So I mean, that's fine, you could do it, but now I'm just not as invested, and now I kind of really don't care. So, and that sucks for me. Like you said, I was looking forward to it, and I just thought the twist was just so different. You know what I'm saying? Like to still pretend that you are, I don't remember seeing anything like this, to pretend that you are still pregnant when you're not, making sure like still hovering over the baby like low key,
yeah.
like still doing the hand puppet master thing in the background too. So like that was like the only thing for me, and I was just like, now I'm just like womp womp. Now it's gonna be somebody else's kid that I'm not really invested in because I can give a F about Aaron. Like I'm sorry, the Green family is not priority to me. So and then there is no one from my view like in that demographic who has ties to um the canvas like that, like a real canvas, like any of the families, like whether it's the Hortons, the Blacks, the Damaris, like I don't really see anyone else who could essentially be the father besides Aaron, and I don't care about Aaron.
Yeah.
So yeah. And also Jeremy Horton came back. There's a lot of discourse about Jeremy Horton. It's always nice to have a Horton comeback, but
They
also
didn't say that.
the way that they wrote him in the past, it's kind of like, ugh, I hope he changed because he would never hit Stephanie, but he was emotionally abusive. So it's kind of like, I don't know how are we gonna do this? Like, I don't really know like how this is gonna essentially like work. Like, have you changed? Did you do the work? Like, is it compatible? And I feel like people aren't really vibing with the Alex and Stephanie pairing from what I've seen. Maybe there are some people out there who are invested in them and maybe this will work for them. I don't know. Yeah. As you can tell, I'm like, but what's up? You already know when I like storylines, I like them. When I don't, I'm just like,
Oh,
yeah, like whatever. Moving right on ahead, General Hospital was only on 2 days, just two. But out of those 2 days, Veronica Ronnie Bird or Bird, whatever, however the hell you say that last name,
Love
came
how
in.
Vicky coming in acting so innocent. She's so innocent. She said, I'm just here to, pay
Pay
my
my
respects
sex
to
to my
my sister.
sister.
I don't want to cause no friction, you know. But she going toe to toe with Tracy. She wait a minute now, Tracy. You getting a little too spicy. Who you talking
I
to? And
grew up in the foster homes, girl. Like, let's not get this
don't
twisted.
stop me. We 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 were disconnected, and I haven't seen her. But this is my sister, and
Mm.
Tracy. Okay, whatever. Like I do like their
Dynamic.
sparring a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah, I think that's cute.
I agree too. Like, I love the scenes that they had, and it was like for me, it was like legends on legends. So low-key, I'm like watching this, I was like, oh my goodness, it's like Erica Slezak and freaking Jane
Yeah.
Elliott. Like, oh my God, in the same space. They actually gave them lines to go toe to toe. All of their scenes were absolutely stellar.
Yeah, she even had some scenes with Maurice Bernard funny, which I thought was unexpected, but I figured like you want legends to be in
Yeah.
on the same with legends. So like the hospital scene when she was standing over there in Monica's picture with the Hall of
Hmm.
Fame, which I call it, and Sonny came over and was like, who are you? And she was like, oh, this was my sister. And he, okay, So I'm like, okay, she's establishing connections. But then in the back of my mind, I'm like, I also know that this is a short term contract.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you said
I
she
just
wrapped
wondering.
already, right?
Yeah, she raps. So I'm like, I'm wondering how long, like maybe a couple of weeks. I don't even think it's gonna be like a month.
Yeah, probably into like, cause yeah, I think Erica sleeps like she is up there in age, and that's a lot of traveling. I think she still lives on the East Coast, so
Yeah.
that's too much for a woman of her age. You know what I'm saying? Like, and probably like she's like, I've been doing soaps. Like, I did soaps for 40 years. I'm tired.
I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore.
And I agree, but also it made me think too at the end of the what was weird for me is you knew Monica ain't mess with if you knew her and y'all were writing back and forth, I kind of think she would let you know who she messed with and who she didn't. So I was kind of like, you being once you found out about Sunny, I felt like she should have been like, oh, you
You're
Sunny?
funny. Mm-hmm.
You messed up my first nephew's life. Like I that would have been like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying?
I get
Like
that. It would have fit that y'all had some type of like rapport.
communication. Yeah, like she told me everything about you and what you did, and I do have to give GH their props on this for not having Carly and Sunny be at the funeral.
Yeah. Yeah.
I,
And I know we mentioned that last week too, as far as like y'all don't really do too well with history nowadays. Like we were very
unless it suits
hesitant.
them.
We were very hesitant to see like what the actual memorial service would be like. So the fact that like Jason made a point to say, yeah, Carly and Sonny is not coming. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you. Like that's what we like well part let me when I say we I mean, the people who agree. That's what like what we needed to like see. Yeah, I don't know. Just as a person who's watched this since they were like literally in a womb,
Because
there are
they
just
used to
some
have
things you
some
don't
good sparring
forget.
scenes though. Like Monica and Sonny and Carly used to have some really great sparring scenes, but I
Oh,
also feel like
definitely.
that was help me. Carly. Which Carly was that?
It's probably either Sarah Joe Brown's
It was
Carly
Sarah.
or
It was
Tamara's too. Tamara's a little bit not like here and there, I feel
feel like
like.
it was really Sarah. So because I was
Yeah.
wondering, but I feel like some of those sparring scenes with Sonny could have been played back. I don't know. I
Oh,
just love the old
definitely.
scenes. Play the old scenes, but
Yeah, definitely.
I
Yeah,
like
but
that.
you already know like how they gonna like go about the situations like sometimes. So it's
Okay.
unfortunate, but it is what it is. So yeah, they only showed GH like 2 times this week. Oh, the other thing too, I don't think
With
Nathan is
Nathan.
Nathan.
I don't think Nathan is Nathan either. I keep thinking about when Faison impersonated Duke,
Yes,
and they
yes.
had like the whole
Oh, mass.
faces.
Yep.
I think that that may be this.
Yep, what's going on? Either the math part or they got into his brain, like kind of how that like Franco situation too. So it could be like one of those because the way that Britt was looking and her not really wanting James to like really
Yeah.
interact with him, there's something going on. Also, quick question. They made it seem like she never met James before. I only thought that she'd been gone for 2 years. I thought that James would essentially like remembered her or it would have been like, hey, like, I know it's been a long time. Did you get that? It just felt like they made it seem like they
So
never met.
when I saw that, I tried to think if he was like aged up at this
Mm,
time because 2 years ago, Soap World, I mean, like everything was going down with. Well, it was like 3 years at this point, almost. Like everything was going on with like
with
the
the
foot
Sabrina
pillar and
and
stuff.
Esme and
Yeah.
Heather and the
So
foot
like,
pillar
was he really the age?
to like really like know and like, oh, that's my aunt, like type of
Yeah.
thing. And the thing is that Nina and Liesel have always been around. Like they've always
Yeah.
made sure that James knows them
Yeah. Like
specifically.
when Lulu came back, he ain't no Lulu.
That is true. That is true. And I don't know why I could see that. I think I didn't mind that because Lulu was gone like longer. So
Hmm.
like I could see that. And I think for oh girl, Britt, she wasn't gone as long. So that I was like, if it's only been like 2 years, I thought he would have remembered. I was like, well, maybe not. I don't know. But yeah. And then the last part, I know we like never talk about Young and the Restless ever, but I had to talk about it because Thursday and Friday of last week. My Nadra, they're not together though. They're still not together.
The face. She said.
I The scenes were so good to me. basically Sally was just like, try and fight, like fight for it or whatever. So she goes and, he's meeting with Amy and Lily. Lily's giving her judgy attitudeness that she does, which I don't mind. I'm like, it's Lily, like, whatever, girl. But they go and they leave and they go to a park and they talk. And I just felt like it was a real vulnerable conversation. And it also intrigued me with Audra. Like, I want to know, like, sis, what has happened in your life that has made you this way? Like, I wish they would like let us know a little bit more because it feels as though she has spoken to Amy about it. She spoke about, just the best times being with her, and Nate and Amy, and just like having that bond with them and how she could change and this, that, and the other, and where they were building to. And then Nate is just really hurt. Homeboy was crying. Homeboy was crying. I said, like, Homeboy was crying, but he still stayed on business and he told her no. I just really enjoyed those scenes. Um, I think those two are together hot as hell. And I just hope that they can build and get more storyline and they don't push her with Kyle. Let it be, Kyle, Claire, and Holden. I keep saying that. Let Kyle have to fight for a woman for a change. Let that happen. And just like have Nate and Audra try to figure it out, maybe talk about her past. There are other forms and storylines that can be done. But since Josh Griffin fired, all of the other people that used to write with him and he's writing for himself, that's probably why it's a little bit harder. So yeah. What about last but not least, any breakout scenes for you or
Oh, I really enjoy Electra slapping Lona. That was
not
nice.
just punched her?
Yeah, that was close fist. That was close fist. Luna hit the floor. I don't know, Luna's face when she hit the floor, it was like a snarl.
Yeah, like you
Like at
little
first it was,
heifer.
oh, I can't believe you did that. Yes. And then it was like, oh, I'm gonna get you type of
You,
thing. So it was like
word, word. And
a good mix back and forth. Um, I would say that, yeah.
and I think for me, when I think about it, my breakout scenes goes to Nadra. I just loved it. They're so cute and just the emotions and getting to see a continuously different side of Audra because she's like this spitfire, ruthless
Yeah.
ambition. And now she's sitting over here crying, being vulnerable, letting her feelings out. You got Nate over here crying. So just like shout out to the actors. Like I just thought that was really, really good. So thank you for that. And before we end, everyone, this is October, so it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So please make sure that, one day out of the week wear pink or just show your support to cancer survivors, anyone who has lost anyone to cancer, breast cancer as well. Prayers and thoughts are always with you because I do know what that feels like. And on that note, when you have the time and opportunity, please feel free to follow us on TikTok. It is soap.wire on TikTok. It is soap_wire on Instagram, and it is just soap wire on Blue Sky. For me personally, on TikTok, it is lady2wise_ASA 312. And then everywhere else, it is Instagram and Twitter, it is lady2wise_ASA. That's it. And then on Blue Sky, it is also lady2wise no underscore ASA.
And I am Twitter, Kiss My Neen, Blue Sky, Neen Amanda, Instagram, Neen_Amanda or Neen_ the therapist.
So thank you so much. Thank you for spending time with us. And we know where this is a little bit late, but you're always going to get it. Okay. So join us next week for the Soap Wire podcast. Drops every Wednesday at 8 a.m. And sometimes it may be a little bit later, but we got you and we're coming.
That's
On that note,
it.
word. On that note, please enjoy the rest of your week. Continue to enjoy your stories and continue to have your own thoughts of how you feel about that. All right, everyone. Have a good day. Bye.